Right in time for the holidays, Joanne is bringing in an ex-mattress firm executive for its board of directors. JUKI has a pretty cool looking limited edition sewing machine coming out. Plus, yes, we are going to talk about Peanut the Squirrel and the absolute travesty surrounding this entire situation. Welcome to Sewing Report Live. I'm your host, Jen. We do this every Sunday night. We come together and we talk about what is happening in the world of sewing and crafts. If this is your first time here, welcome. We do have a couple of ground rules if you're participating in the live chat or leaving a comment. I ask that everyone be respectful, kind to one another and myself. No self-promotion, no spam, no links, and no politics. This is a politics-free zone. I know it's kind of a crazy time, but I want this to be more of an escape for everyone. And let's give a shout out to the Livestream sponsor, as usual. It is the Sewing Report Etsy shop, where you can find fabric, sewing supplies, and a few handmade gifts. We've got some fabric bundles, lots of stuff. You will get free shipping on orders of $35 or more, and orders of $60 or more will also get 10% off. I'm also going to throw in a special free gift with purchase for $60 or more orders. I'm going to include not a whole pack, but a single made in 2024 woven sewing label. So check out the shop. You can find me at sewingreport.etsy.com, and purchases help keep this show operational. Sewing Report Live and the main Sewing Report channel really helps out. I know lots of you have already shopped with me, and I appreciate every single order. We're coming up on the holidays. I also need to cut a new fabric bundle, so that will be coming soon. So I hope everyone is doing well, having a great weekend. Yeah, it's been quite a week over here. So we do have a lot to talk about, which I am pretty excited about. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Also, I believe, a quick update, I'm pretty sure Joann's YouTube channel is still, gone. So last week we discovered pretty much live on this show that it appeared that Joann's YouTube channel was hacked in one of those bizarre, crypto operation type schemes. And I keep checking back, and it appears that the YouTube channel is still just not there anymore. So it appears to have been completely taken over. Here, and I'll bring this up. It appears to have been completely taken over by some, very strange crypto thing, which is really strange. Let me see if I can find this. So I've been checking it back. Yeah, the Joann's YouTube channel is just gone, and it's been taken over by something called, MicroStrategy. So Joann's did have, okay, wait, actually, it looks like that channel might have been taken. So maybe Joanne, it does appear that maybe Joann's is working on getting the channel back, because that was super weird. Oh, wait. Oh, man, no. No, they still got, oh, geez. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of stuff. All right, let's, let's bring this up. It does appear that they have, okay, yeah, they've still taken over this channel. So this was the Joann YouTube channel. And I discovered this last week because I was trying to see if Joann's had some tutorials or anything like that on the channel, and this is super strange. But yeah, it appears, yeah, this was the channel, because they have the Joann channel had 384,000 subscribers, so they've changed everything. They took down all of the Joann, so this MicroStrategy thing. And now it's listed as a music channel. This is so it's got the music note next to it. And they've got these weird live streams about Bitcoin or something. And they took down, so they've changed the channel URL. So instead of at Joann Stores, it now says at Micro News Live 24. It's promoting videos on its other channel that has 30,000 subscribers. It's changed the channel into a music channel. So it does appear that the Joann's channel has been hijacked. And they've got these two weird live streams going on. I don't know what is going on. Okay, they've got, yeah, look at all this weird music. I do not know what's going on or how this happened, but this is super bizarre. And even the playlists are gone, so they wiped out the playlists. Yeah, and now they're doing this Michael Saylor Bitcoin stuff. So this was the Joanns channel, and it appears it's been taken over by MicroStrategy. Don't really know how that happened, but that is super bizarre. Yeah, super bizarre stuff. Hello, everyone watching. We've got Vicky in the house. We've got Kim. Got Jenny, Lisa, Jackie, and Nancy. Yes, it does feel like I even forgot it was daylight saving time last night, and I was like, what? So I stayed up really late last night, and I did not, when it was like 2 a.m., all of a sudden the clock turned back to 1 a.m., and I was like, wait, what just happened? So it does feel very, this is, and I have a question. Why haven't we gotten rid of this? Does anyone actually like or feel like we need daylight saving time? I don't think we do. Why haven't we eliminated it? That's what I want to know. I believe Florida tried, there was some legislation to try to get rid of daylight saving, which I think we should do. A few states don't change the clock. I think Arizona is one of them. And I think we should just do that nationwide. I think daylight savings time was to like maximize the, light. This was like before electricity. I think we need to, I think we just need to get rid of it. We have electricity now, so it's not like you're doing things by candlelight or anything like that. So if somebody could get rid of, like, why haven't we gotten rid of it? Again, I think there was some legislation in Florida where we tried to get rid of it and it didn't go anywhere. And I'm like, this seems like it would be a very easy thing to pass. Like, is there anyone that's against getting rid of daylight DST? I just think we need to get rid of it. Because no one likes it. Everyone hates it because you're all like, it throws you off. It throws off your internal clock. You have to change all your clocks. Everything's confusing. We just need to get rid of it. Denise, no, I have not seen them put anything out on social media about it. I did see some employees talking about it in the Joann subreddit. And yeah, they have to be aware, right? Like, they have to know. Maybe if they don't know, that's crazy. Maybe they're trying to work with YouTube to get the channel back, but it seems like that MicroStrategy, whatever that is, they've like fully taken over the Joann's YouTube channel. So Joann's YouTube channel is now some sort of weird, very weird Bitcoin thing. So I'm like, okay. And tonight I am rocking some we've got some, here, I'll show you guys. I've got some Kroger. This is actually pretty tasty. Cranberry lime. It's cranberry lime seltzer water, 0 calories, caffeine free. Trying to turn over a new leaf, Trying to turn over a new leaf. Debbie, is the audio choppy? Let me know. It might be your connection. It looks like my connection over here is okay. So I'm not sure. But seriously, why, out of all the things that we were doing, why can't we get rid of daylight saving time? Just a question. Why can't we get rid of it? I don't think anyone feels like we need to do this in 2024. And I feel like that should be an easy thing to do, right? Like something that we're all, like, out of all of the issues we have, I don't think I've ever met anybody or come across anybody that is not up for that change. Because, I don't know. So maybe we could do that. If we could do that, that would be great. That would be great. And that's the thing, like, out of all the very divisive issues in politics, which is why I don't really do politics on this channel, I think that should be something that, I feel like that should be a pretty easy issue to come together on. Just saying. So yeah, the Joann's channel does still appear to be totally hijacked by this MicroStrategy thing, whatever this is. I don't know if are they gonna do anything about it? I have no idea, but this is this is very strange. Let's be real. So the Joann YouTube channel is now like, I don't know. But they've got some other things going on. With everything, they have been doing some corporate shuffle over at the headquarters. So the latest move, and we'll bring this up, is that they've hired this guy from Mattress firm. So let's take a look at this latest. Joanne announces the addition of Maarten. I'm not sure how you pronounce this. It sounds European. Is this like Swedish? I don't know. Maarten Jager? Is the J silent? Jager? I feel like it's maybe like Jager to the board of directors. So this is the former mattress firm chief financial officer. Oh, okay, a bug just flew into my eye. Joins several retail veterans as Joanne moves towards the future. All right. Joanne, the nation's category leader in fabrics and sewing with one of the largest crafts assortments, is pleased to announce the addition of Maarten Jager to its board of directors. Effective October 22nd, 2024, Jager brings deep retail experience to the position and was most recently chief financial officer at Mattress firm. We are very pleased to welcome Maarten to the Joanne board of directors and are confident in his broad experience merging finances, setting strategy, driving sustainable growth, and implementing cost reductions. Okay, cost reductions, I wonder what they're going to do there, will help guide Joanne toward the future, said Stan Rosenzweig, executive chairman of the board. And I think this Stan new too. I feel like he's kind of on the newer side as well. I could be wrong on that. All right. He brings a diverse functional background to the role, including experience driving improvement across all parts of organizations and developing fiscally responsible teams to exceed business goals. Maarten's leadership and deep experience will be invaluable as Joanne continues its transformation journey. While at Mattress Firm, Jager led the turnaround of the business, achieving $550 million in refinancing, $1.3 billion in dividend recapitalization, in successful mergers and acquisitions transaction efforts. Prior to Mattress Firm, Jager was CFO and Executive Vice President with PriceSmart Inc., where he was a key leader in shaping the turnaround agenda, establishing priorities, and holding the organization accountable for substantive improvements. Prior to joining PriceSmart, he was a senior leader at Walmart, including serving as CFO and Senior Vice President for Sam's Club, a $55 billion and 600 retail outlet division, leading the business through a major transformation while ensuring 4 consecutive quarter positive sales. All right. Previously, Jager held leadership roles with Daewoo, the world's leading $18 billion premium drinks business. I've heard of that one. Booz Allen Hamilton, and General Electric. He received his Bachelor in Science in Engineering from the University of Michigan, his Master of Science in Engineering from Stanford, and his MBA with a major in Business Strategy and Finance from the University of Chicago. He is, so he's Dutch. He is fluent in English and Dutch and has lived and worked in countries around the world. In addition to Rosenzweig, Jager joins board members Mary Campbell, Joel Hartzig, Michelle Israel, and Bill Wow. All right, so that is Maarten. All right, let's see what he looks like here. So here's Maarten. So I guess he's a Dutch guy. And he does have a lot of pretty broad experience with retail and different types of businesses. I don't know exactly what he plans to do at Joanns. But here is a picture of Maarten. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. If anyone knows Dutch, let me know. So here he is. This is Maarten. And then here is... Actually, I don't know. This does look like him. All right, this picture looks a lot different. All right, so here's another... Okay, yeah, Chief Financial Officer and Executive Vice President with Mattress Firm. Okay, yeah, he definitely... This photo... I feel like this photo is a lot better. The other photo makes him look kind of washed out, but this headshot, I feel like he looks a little bit younger, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So that is Maarten. And he just comes from Mattress Firm. So what do we think? Do you think hiring somebody just coming from Mattress Firm is a good move? I don't know. Who knows what's going on with these people? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. And I checked, and they still don't have... they used to have pages on the website for the executive team and then the board of directors, and they've taken that down. So that is no longer available for the public. So maybe they're like tweaking it. I don't know. But that's the latest addition to the Joanne leadership team is this Maarten guy from Mattress Firm. And I remember there was some weird conspiracy theory like a while ago that mattress firms were like a front for something, because you would find like there would be like an intersection and there would be like two mattress firms on the same intersection. And it does seem like there's a suspiciously high amount of mattress firm stores for like the population of an area. I don't know, it did seem a little weird. I remember that being like a thing. All right, Denise says, it's been a week at least. Okay, this is about the Joanne YouTube channel. They should say something about the page while they work behind the scenes to fix. Doesn't instill much confidence otherwise. I want to, worst case scenario, like, do you think they even know? Like, what if they don't know? Like, I even tagged them in that Instagram post to make them aware that the page appears to have been hijacked. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, Debbie, this is what I heard. This was like and again, we don't really know if there was any truth to this, but I've seen a few videos about a conspiracy that Mattress Firm was a money laundering front for like something, whatever that is. I don't know. Again, unconfirmed speculation, but there have been some conspiracy videos floating out that theory, because it does seem like there's a lot of stores, and like, how often do people really need to buy mattresses? I still have the mattress we bought in like 2011, I think. So yeah, we still have a mattress from 2011. No, I think it was Mattress Firm. Yeah, and you never really see anybody there. Like, that's the weird thing about Mattress Firm, is that there's stores everywhere. Here, let me Google. All right, let's Google an area and see how many. Let's see how many Mattress Firms there are. All right, let's see here. All right, let me do like Tampa, Florida. And let's see how many mattress firms. Let's see, Mattress Firm. Okay. All right, are these all? Okay, yeah, check this out. So, if you go to the Mattress Firm, if you look at Mattress Firm on, like, look how many stores there are in the Tampa area where I am. Like, that is a lot of stores for the area. And I just wonder, like, how is Mattress Firm still in business? Honest question here. Like, look at, here are, okay, that's a Sleep Number store because that's sponsored. There's two Mattress Firms on the same street. This is Dale Mabry, a pretty popular drag. And it's like within like a couple, like this is like within a mile of each other. That is kind of strange when you think about it. Like, there's 4 in St. Petersburg. There's like, look how many, I mean, there are a lot of Mattress Firms for the, like, this is a little odd. Especially the fact that there's basically 3 in like South Tampa. That's where I'm like, okay, that's strange. So yeah, it does seem like there are a lot of mattress. All right, let's check out Miami. Let's see how many Mattress Firms there are in this area. All right, let's see here. Okay, yeah, look at this. Okay, this is strange. I mean, okay, this is, look at, is this the same store? What's going, okay. No, these are 2. Yeah, look at, there's like a mattress firm. There's like 2 Mattress Firms within like 1 block. That really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So this does seem a little bizarre. All right, yeah, look at Mattress Firm. Oh, this is a Mattress Firm clearance center down the street. Like, how? Yeah, look at this. Look how many Mattress Firms there are just within this small radius. This does seem bizarre to me, and I have wondered that about Mattress Firm. I don't know, just honest question. Yeah, look at how many. Now look at this. Yeah, 2 on the same street. Okay, that's a Sleep Number. This seems to me like there's too many Mattress Firm locations for the actual like demand for mattresses. I mean, all right, yeah, look at this. Is this a Mattress Firm? Okay, yeah, that's a Mattress Firm. Okay, there's like 4 Mattress Firms within like this small area here. Okay, look at, there's 2 on the same street, 2 on the same street, 3 on the same street. This is, I mean, you gotta start to ask some questions here. I mean, look at how many, and like, this isn't even that big of an area here either. Why are there so many mattress firms? Yeah, look, this is fairly close. I mean, you do have to wonder, I don't know. It's a little, I do find it a little strange. I did watch those videos back in the day, but it does seem odd. Like, how is just honest question, how is mattress firms still a thing? And the other thing you have to think about is, back in the day, people had to buy mattresses. They had to go to a store and buy a mattress. Now there are so many online, you can buy mattresses on Amazon, Overstock, Walmart.com. There's all those mattress companies that you see advertised on podcasts. There's like Tuft & Needle. There's those, the Casper mattresses, Helix mattresses that like you get a body scan or something, so they're customized. So maybe it's just me, but it seems like the mattress game is pretty competitive these days, just because not only do you have physical stores that sell mattresses, but you also have all of these online mattress companies popping up that are directly competing. And I've heard good things about some of them. And now you've got all this competition with online retailers. So it's like, why are there still so, like, how, honest question, how is mattress firms, how do they still have this many stores? Like, how much money do they make? Just a real question. I don't know. All right, maybe one location is storage or where, yeah, but they say stores. Like, that's the thing. And, like, the one was, like, a clearance store, but, I mean, I don't know. It just seems, the whole thing just seems a little bizarre. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real here. Just being real, right? Yeah, you never really see, like, I've never seen a mattress firm with, like, a bunch of cars out front. I don't know. Like, what is going on? You can also buy mattresses, from like Sam's Club, Costco. Those are popular places to buy mattresses. You know, Debbie, there are some people, like the people who've had their homes destroyed by hurricanes in Florida, the media makes it look like it's a lot more than it is. And don't get me wrong, there have been a significant number of people who lost a lot of their things or their homes with these hurricanes recently. But I can't imagine it would be enough to justify all of the mattress firms. Like, just my opinion. Because, like, before Helene, it had been quite a long time before we had a hurricane do that much damage. Like, it had probably been, you know, Helene and Milton were probably the worst hurricanes I have experienced as a resident here. Before that, like, Debbie caused some flooding about 12 years ago. But even though, like, you see, it seems like a lot of houses, and they are, like, I'm not saying it's a small amount, but in comparison to, like, everyone who lives here, it's still a fairly small percentage of the homes here that sustain that type of damage. Like, a lot of homes around the area had roof damage here after Milton, but not flooding to the point where you had to replace all your stuff or anything like that. So I don't know. All right, I think some of the stores make money on getting customers to get a store card to charge the mattress frame bedding. Did that once, tried to close the account, and it still shows 10 years later. Yeah. I don't know what kind of what are they doing with let me look it up. How is Mattress Firm still in business? I feel like I could find how is Mattress Firm yeah. Because I feel like other people are asking the same question. Okay. Well, according to Reddit, okay, why are there so many mattress stores? And that's the thing, there are so many mattress stores that you kind of wonder, like, you just wonder what's going on. All right, a mattress firm apparently did file bankruptcy in 2018. Okay. Yeah, I just want to know how are they in business? Okay. All right, well, according to Reddit, I guess, like, yeah, the store, mattresses insanely marked up, stores dirt cheap to run. And you're right. Like, I saw one comment saying, like, you don't need that many employees, which is true. And the mattresses, like, I guess the one good thing is the mattresses, like, it's not like they go bad or expire. So you could sell mattresses that were made 10 years ago. So it's not like the inventory has any sort of expiration date or anything like that, like food. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But it is a little strange, you know? All right, now that you mentioned it, I bought a new mattress. Okay, so Lisa went to Mattress Firm, and I was the only customer in the store, and it was a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, like, you would think it would be... Did you get a good deal? Like, are the prices good at Mattress Firm? Honest question. How are the prices at Mattress Firm? Let us know, Lisa. Let us know. Like, like, I just want to know how they're in business. Okay, well, apparently, TempurPedic bought Mattress Firm. Is that true? Okay. Okay, so TempurPedic, the mattress company, bought Mattress Firm for $4 billion. Okay. So, yeah, this is weird. Okay. All right, so, all right, we'll take a look at this article. All right, so it looks like... Okay, so TempurPedic, that's that mattress manufacturer, to buy Mattress Firm for $4 billion. Mattress maker TempurPedic has agreed to buy the nation's largest bedding retailer, Mattress Firm. Okay. The deal gives the combined company 3,000 stores. How are there 3,000 Mattress Firms? 71 manufacturing facilities, and is expected to close in the second half of 2024. Mattress and furniture sales have slowed following a pandemic-induced high when customers splurged heavily on home furnishings. Persistent inflation has also impacted lower and middle-income shoppers who have pulled back discretionary purchases to focus on paying for necessities like groceries, gas, and rent. Okay. Mattress Firm will be operated as a separate business unit within the combined company. The company's forecast $100 million in cost savings 4 years after the deal closes. Okay. All right. So, yeah, they did file for bankruptcy. All right. So, I guess it's not going super rosy for Mattress Firm. Okay. So, acquiring Mattress Firm will allow TempurPedic to expand its distribution and showcase its brand to more consumers. This comes at a time when some traditional sales channels, like department stores, are under pressure. Okay. All right. So, TempurPedic's portfolio includes TempurPedic, Tempur, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. He noted that since Mattress Firm sells several of the brands, it will be interesting to see how TempurPedic intends to evolve the proposition and manage pushing its own brands against the interest of consumers in rival products. Okay, so I guess Mattress Firm has been purchased by TempurPedic. I don't think I've ever been in a Mattress Firm myself. So yeah, I don't know. All right, that's okay, so you're thinking that's why this executive came over to the Joanns board of director. Okay. Well, apparently TempurPedic purchased Mattress Firm. So Mattress Firm is now under this mattress maker. So that's kind of interesting. I did not know that. Again, I don't think I've ever been inside a Mattress Firm in my whole life. We have a Sleep Number bed. My husband wanted the Sleep Number bed. I'm not even that big of a fan of it, but he was really into it at the time, so we bought we bought the Sleep Number. And before that, I'd purchased like cheap, like memory foam mattresses, so I didn't even have like a nice mattress or anything like that. So I had like real cheapo stuff. But yeah, I got some questions. Like it does seem like there are just an odd number of Mattress Firms within certain, like, pretty small radiuses. And I got some questions. I'm being real here. All right. Good question. Jen, when you first started the Sewing Report live chat, did you think there was this much sewing to report on every week you're bringing it? Receipts, timelines, reports. Thank you. Well, here's the thing. It's once a week. So I feel like I can always find, I don't typically have that much trouble finding at least one topic to talk about. But sometimes there's like more, sometimes it's like a fire hose. Other times it's not as busy. But I can usually find at least one thing that I think would be interesting. So hopefully you enjoy this show. I try to bring topics that I think we would be interested in. You know, and there's always new stuff coming out. We could talk about new products. Like, there is a lot that falls under this Sewing and Crafts umbrella with news. So I didn't think it, like, sometimes it does feel like it's a little bit challenging, but it's definitely not impossible. Like, and it's not like this is a day. Like, if I couldn't do this daily, there wouldn't be enough. I don't think there would be enough stuff to talk about on a daily basis, but there's typically enough to talk about on a weekly basis. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. So I guess like all of these mattress companies, like everything's like one, I guess, except for, I think Sleep Number is its own thing. And then there's all of these other mattress companies popping up, like, again, like the Casper, Tuft and Needle, Helix, that advertise heavily on podcasts and stuff. But I do wonder what this guy is going to do at They mentioned cost reduction. I wonder what exactly that means and how, like, what areas they're going to look to cut costs on. So I don't really know, but it's interesting that this guy is coming onto the Joann's board of directors, and I'm curious to see like what the new corporate leadership is going to do. Like, we've seen like the new rebranding stuff. We haven't seen anything like, I wouldn't say anything like super drastic though, in my opinion. Like, since the bankruptcy, I haven't seen any moves they've been making that have been like, oh my gosh, like this is, you know, incredible or crazy or whatever. So yeah, they brought a guy in from Mattress Firm. I mean, at least he has like a pretty broad range of experience among a lot of different types of businesses. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so Lisa says, I got a fair deal, bought a beauty rest. Costco was a better deal, but I would have to order online and wait a couple weeks. Okay, I bought from Mattress Firm, paid more for same-day delivery and removal. Yeah, and that's a good point. Like, getting your old bedding removed, like, that is a good benefit if you're getting, like, free haul away from the company that you're getting the new mattress from. So that's a good point. That is a good point. That's a really good point. All right, I gotta cough real quick. Hold on. All right, so JUKI, I saw this on their Instagram, and I was like, this actually looks like a pretty cool machine. So let's take a look at their new limited edition machine, and I actually think it looks pretty cool. All right, let's bring this up here. So this is the, okay, I'm going to have trouble with this. It's the JUKI DX4000QVP Expert Edition. And it's the Kochi. So this is, and what I like about this machine is that it's not your typical white color. It's platinum finish. So I actually think that was actually I actually think this is pretty cool for a sewing machine. So this is the Kochi DX4000QVP Expert Edition bundle. So this is it's kind of expensive, but I actually think it looks like a pretty neat machine. All right, so this model comes with a 5-piece scissor set, a sturdy large trolley bag, a certificate of authenticity. It's limited edition with a limited quantity available. All right, it's got an advanced feed system, intuitive touchscreen interface, multiple stitch types, seamless transitions, high stitch accuracy, adjustable presser foot, needle positioning. It does have a pretty large sewing area. So it's for like quilt. I mean, this looks like a pretty nice all-around sewing and quilting machine. And let's take a look at photos of it, because I do actually think this is a pretty cool looking machine. All right, so this is what it looks like here. So yeah, this is a JUKI. Quality Vision Professional. This is the Expert Edition. I actually think this looks pretty cool. It's got a bunch of built-in stitches. I think this touchscreen looks really nice on it, and I like the cut. Like it's like a black and then this platinum color. I like that they skipped the cheesy graphics on the sewing machine. I like that. It's got a 12-inch throat space. That's pretty big. It comes with an extension table. It's got needle up and down, thread trimming, drop and bobbin, speed control. I think this is a pretty nice looking machine. It's a little bit expensive. I'm seeing a few retailers sell this for about $4,000. Although I think the like MSRP is like closer to $6,000, like $5,600, something like that. But I'm seeing a lot of people selling it for about like $3,999. I think this looks like a nice machine. Does it have a free arm? Okay, yeah, I think it has a free arm. So, I mean, yeah, this is pretty nice. Okay, it's got a little bit of a floral thing on the, like, the touchscreen part, but that doesn't bother me. I think it's still kind of subtle. All right, I think this looks like a pretty nice machine. All right, okay, yeah, and look at the front. I actually think this looks pretty cool. I wonder what it comes with. Like, okay, we'll take a look at what it comes with. So it's got a 7-inch touchscreen. It's got Wi-Fi capabilities, bobbin thread alert. Okay, so it's got like a drop-in bobbin, light color changes, and a multitude of... Now, this is a sewing-only machine, so it doesn't look like it's an embroidery combo. All right, Kochi means good feeling in Japanese. This machine embodies the comfort and power that JUKI is known for. I think this looks pretty nice. Let's see, what are the accessories here? Scroll down for, okay. It's got instructional videos, built-in instructional videos. Has a lot of really nice looking stitches. Presser foot pressure adjustment, drop feed, so you can free motion quilt. Comes with a transparent quilt presser foot. Okay, you can change the light color temperature. That's pretty nice. It's got a QR code for instructional videos. It's got the JUKI Smart Feed dual feed function. Okay, so it's got a pretty nice, yeah, that looks pretty nice. It's got like kind of a nice, good for quilting. Interchangeable straight stitch feed system. Various presser foot lifting functions. It's got one-step buttonholes. Okay, you can combine stitches. That's pretty nice. It's got a storage little area on the front. That's actually pretty, I mean, this looks like a nice machine. It's got a lot of features. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not like insane. All right, here's all the, it's 33 pounds. That's pretty heavy. It's got a low shank with an adapter shank. 368 stitches, 4 alphabetic and numeric fonts. Sews up to a little over 1,000 stitches per minute. It is computerized. It has 20 different buttonholes. Automatic thread tension. That's not, wow, that's really nice. It's got digital foot pressure. Yeah, it is pretty heavy. Let's see what it comes with. Okay, so it comes with a lot of stuff. Okay. Wow, this actually comes with a lot. Okay, it comes with standard presser foot, straight presser foot, zipper, overcasting. I mean, it comes with a lot of stuff. Quilt guide. Does it come with a walking foot? Quilt, let's see here. Quilt presser foot, edge. Yeah, I wonder if it comes with the, I wonder if one of them is like a walking foot. Yeah, not really sure about that, but I wish they had a photo of like what's in the box or something. But I mean, this is a pretty nice machine. I actually like that they went a little bit different with the look. It's, you know, it's not super, like if you're a guy, you're not going to be super turned off by like flowers and it being pink or something. I think this looks pretty cool. What do we think? Who likes the DX4000QVP? Nice looking machine. I actually think it looks like a nice, like, you know, like if you want to upgrade and you've been sewing for a while, I actually think it looks pretty cool. All right. Yeah, this is more of like a home. It's like a very bougie home sewing. It's a pretty bougie home sewing machine, but it is a home sewing machine. Yeah, it looks really nice. A great move from a JUKI commercial machine setting in a non-commercial. I think it looks nice. It's not cheap, but it's not like the $20,000. We're not talking $20,000 like some of the Berninas and whatnot. But I actually think, you know, if I was in the market, plus you know that the price will come down like even more. So if you wait like a year or two, I'm not sure about the piercing power. But and by the way, if you're new here, I link everything I talk about below in the description box. So if you want to kind of do your own research, I've got a bunch of links in the description box that you can check out if you want to see like more information about some of the topics we're talking about. So you're welcome to do that. And yeah, I don't know about the piercing power, but I mean, I have a JUKI Industrial, and it's very strong. It's good. But yeah, I think it looks like a pretty nice. I think it looks like a pretty nice machine. I mean, I don't know. What does everybody think? What does everybody think? But yeah, like if I have a Janome, which by the way I haven't used in a while. That's like my most expensive one. The machine I use the most now is probably the JUKI DDL 8700. That's the one that I personally use the most. Right now, it's easy. I've got it set up. It has its own table. And it's a really nice machine. Yeah, I like the look of it too. Like it looks like it looks like a practical machine, and it looks like a serious, you know, it's like we're getting down to business, you know what I mean? So I'm a fan. I like the way it looks. And I think it has good features. I think the throat space on it is really good. If you're into quilting, I think it's really got a lot of nice features. It of course is a little bit pricey, but it's not like the top of the line. You know, we're not coming to top of the line pricing. I don't think it's bad. All right, we need a little more seltzer water here. Not sponsored. I'm a genuine Kroger customer here. Okay, here we go. And tonight I'm drinking Kroger seltzer water in cranberry lime. Yeah, I agree. I think JUKI's, some of JUKI's home sewing machines coming out have been really, they seem like pretty, I'm curious to try one of them out. They seem like good options. I think they're priced pretty well for what they are. I don't think they're overpriced. You know, Denise, don't hate me, but we didn't do it this year. We didn't participate. I know. We didn't participate. Joanne, I have not. I need to sew more. Let's just say that. I've been kind of in a slump lately, but I need to get back into it a little bit more. But I've been sewing, like my experience level, I would say I'm like maybe an intermediate level. I'm better at certain things than other things. I've been sewing for about a little over 10 years now. Yeah, I think the machine looks nice, and I think if you are looking to upgrade and get like a more, you know, you're looking to get more serious into your sewing, I don't think it's a bad option. And if you wait a little bit, they'll probably, like I've noticed this about a lot of the machines, but after like a year or two, they've come out, you know, you can get really good deals on sewing machines that are, you know, a little bit more obsolete, like a couple years old. You can get them used. So I've noticed that about a lot of machines I've had my eye on, is that with many of them, I've noticed the price comes down once they're not like the latest. You know, sort of like with the iPhone. Like I've got the 13 Pro. Like they keep with Apple coming out with new phones, they tend to keep the price the same. But then the older phones get cheaper. So sort of like that with sewing machines, in my opinion. Try the Donny top. Okay, what's the Don? Let me look that up. What's the Donny top, Lisa? Okay, is this by the Friday Pattern Company? Okay. Okay, that actually looks like a pretty nice pattern. I'm not great with buttons. Let's see. Is that what you're talking about here? All right, is this... All right, Lisa, let us know. Is this the Donny? I see Donny's shirt. Is this the one? This looks like something I could do. Maybe. Designed for woven fabrics. Does it have buttons? I think it has buttons. Is it a button shirt? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no buttons. Okay. Okay, that's interesting that it's got like a notched collar, but no buttons on it. So is it a pullover? Okay, if you choose a drapier fabric, you will get a blousier top. Interesting. I wonder how much alright, what's the fabric requirements on it? This looks interesting. I thought this was going to be a button shirt, but there's no buttons on it. That's pretty interesting. And it looks fairly forgiving with the fit. Yeah, man, this looks kind of cool. You know what though? I do have a bunch of patterns that I need to make that I haven't. I feel like I need to start with the patterns I already have though. And try to like do that, you know what I'm saying? Alright, the machine looks nice and I think it's priced well. Yeah, I think it's priced well too, but it does look heavy. Dealers might have better price packages. Yeah, like maybe they would include, like give you a better deal or do like, you know, free maintenance for life or something like that. Maybe they would do something like that. Oh, no, jump to the Donny shirt. Okay, so I shouldn't do the patterns I have. I should just buy another. I should get another pattern. Okay. I sewed the Donny top, no buttons. Okay, good. Do they have like a video? I personally like when they have a video tutorial. I like, and that's why I make videos, is because I personally find that the videos are easier for me to follow than just written instructions. Yeah, I agree. A good machine is worth the investment, especially if you can get a machine, and there's got to be a lot of out there where somebody bought a pricey sewing machine and then just didn't use it, so they end up selling it on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, you could probably do that. Yeah, exactly. Like the prices, again, the ones that are like a year or two old, like those will be a lot cheaper. So if there is a sewing machine you like, but you feel like it's too expensive, like wait a while or look for it gently used. Purchase it from a sewing, and a lot of people will trade in their old sewing machines to get the newest one as a trade-in. So you could buy the trade-ins. It might be like in excellent condition, not a lot of time on it. So yeah, you could definitely get some pretty good deal. Like you could definitely get a really good deal on a used machine, especially if it's like, you know, the top of the line ones, where, you know, it might have been $20,000 originally. Now somebody's selling it for $8,000. So if you like, you know, the JUKI, you might be able to get it. You know, for a really good price. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, video tutorial on the YouTube channel, instructions in a booklet format. The back facing is, okay, with the Burrito Method. Okay, that's cool. So the seams are enclosed, can be sewn using a serger. Yeah, it looks like a pretty nice, and by the way, I still haven't opened. It's been a year, which I'm embarrassed to say. I have not opened the Ditto pattern projector is still in the box, which is so embarrassing. I don't know. I have no excuses. I really don't have any good excuses as to why I have not opened the Ditto pattern projector. Like, I feel in my mind, I need to vacuum the floor so that I can shoot the unboxing because my carpet is kind of a mess. So that's, I think, like, what's holding me back is I need to vacuum and then, like, set up the filming so that you can see everything. I think the filming setup is kind of what's holding me back from opening it, which is really, yeah, you know, and I've seen very few people talking about the Ditto. I did see that they changed their subscription model a bit, so they changed that to be like I think they have like annual subscriptions, or they have different tiers now or something. So they did change some stuff about it, but yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, if they've got a video tutorial, I'm a lot more likely to try it out. Okay, they do have a tutorial. Okay, that's cool. The pattern's a little expensive. All right, let's take a look at this here. Okay, yeah, it does look like they've got a sew along. All right, that's good. I'm assuming, do you need interfacing? I'm gonna assume. Okay, so you need about, okay, so I'm gonna need about 1.5 yards of fabric. Okay, you do need some interfacing. Okay. All right, here's the sew along. Let's see here.
A Friday project. I do.
Okay, this looks pretty decent.
The corners, so around that edge.
I haven't done a lot. I've done a couple collars, not like a ton.
And I think it's really helpful to flipping close to that.
That looks kind of interesting. Okay.
There's a notch on the top of your sleeve.
I really like detailed sew. I do well with detailed sew-alongs like this. It's a cute shirt. Yeah, it is cute.
You've just made the cutest little like summer set.
Like, and it's wearable. I love the V-neck on it. The V-neck is pretty cool. All right. Is it easy to get on and off? Like, I have a hard time getting certain tops on and off.
And here's what
is it easy to get on and off? Like, honest question. But it looks cool.
Top. I love it so
and
much.
I like that it's not super long.
And you've got
yeah, maybe I'll give that. All right, maybe I'll. Okay, I see the burrito method there. All right, so it got a nice. All right, and I actually really like printed patterns personally. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. That pullover top is pretty cool. Is this for woven? Okay, knit or woven fabric. Okay, knit or wovens. Okay. Yeah, they got some pretty nice. I have not tried any Friday patterns before. Some of them are cool. All right, well, maybe I'll check that out. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think $16 for... I have a hard time justifying paying $16 for a pattern. Yeah, so, okay. If it's... Yeah, I have a hard time. Yeah, if they're having maybe if they're having a sale or something, that would be good. That would be good. Okay, yeah, easy on and off. It's a really boxy shape. Okay, that's good. Yeah, with some tops, I just have trouble like getting. That's one of my pet peeves with clothing, is if you have a hard time like pulling it off. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would like to cut my fabric using Ditto. I still want pattern to fit, but I did think about getting to trace my pattern layer to use so I don't have to tape together. Yeah, that's kind of what I guess that would be good for that, so that you don't have to do that. That's true. Yeah, you could like trace it onto some tracing paper. Yeah, that's true. You could use the Ditto to make pattern pieces. That's really a good point. Okay, everyone's like, okay, yeah, I love boxy shape. I like boxy, baggy clothing. So that might be my thing. Okay, I have no interest in a projector, just more technology to deal with. Maybe if I sewed more garments, I guess my muscle memory is stuck in the past. Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons I haven't opened. I know it's embarrassing. I have not opened it up. I'm glad I didn't pay $800 for it, though. I would be kicking myself if I did. I'd be kicking myself if I did that. Yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for really good patterns. Let me know in the comments or in the chat here. I'm always interested to try. I haven't sewn clothes in a while. I need to start my Christmas sewing. Start doing some Christmas projects. Yeah, lately I've just had, ever since the hurricanes, I don't know, something's going on in my mind, and I've been having a hard time like getting into some sewing projects. Like I was playing around with the embroidery machine the other day, but I didn't end up finishing a project. So I feel like I do things in bits and chunks, and then I'm having a really hard time executing like a specific. I did do my nails though. I'm proud of myself that I did some fall. I'm proud of myself for doing some nails. So at least I got something done. Here, I'll show you. I did some glitter nails. I'm quite proud of. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this to focus here. Okay, here we go. So I did some glitter nails, and I'm pretty proud of those. Yeah, if you guys have any pattern, yeah, Vicky. Yeah, if you have any, you know, I have made like a couple knit patterns I liked is the Greenline Studios, was it the Linden sweatshirt? That one's pretty easy. Let's see, Greenline Studio. Yeah, the Linden sweatshirt by Greenline Studio. That one's like fairly easy. And it doesn't take you forever to sew. Another one I liked is the Sew House 7? Let me look that up. The Sew House 7 toaster sweater is pretty easy as well. I think I bought a couple patterns that I have a bunch of patterns that I haven't made yet, to be honest with you. See, I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got a bunch of patterns. I've been procrastinating on a lot. I'm not going to lie. I've been procrastinating on a lot. At least I feel like I have, at least with this weekly live show, it forces me to do this content at least. I've just been really struggling with the other stuff though lately. I don't know. It's like a mental block. I don't know what's going on. But, oh, thank you. Yeah, I've at least been getting better with my nails. So at least I'm doing something, I guess. But yeah, those knit patterns are pretty good. I like the Greenline Studio Scout tee, but that's one of the ones where I'm talking about where it looks cute on, but it's really hard to pull the shirt off. So that is one of my pet peeves with the Scout tee. Yeah, I'm trying to think other things I've made that. And I do have some, I do have a few clothing pattern makes over on the main channel Sewing Report, and I did sort of like pattern reviews on them, so if you want to check some of those out. I tend to do a lot of like other non-clothing items a lot, but I'm trying to think of other, let's see, I think there was one, I made some shorts that were pretty easy too. I forgot what the pattern made, but it was like a free pattern, and it was like just boxy shorts, and those are pretty nice. Those are pretty nice. But yes, good topic. Good topic. Okay, it's pricey, but directly from the pattern designer. Pattern and booklet are high quality, plus detailed so long. I'd rather spend $16 for one pattern I can hack instead of 12 patterns I don't use. Good point, Denise. Yeah, the toaster sweater is good. Yeah, the fit is forgiving. Yo, thank you. Yeah, I was really surprised. Again, all of my nail supplies, I just got them from like, they're like real cheap stuff from Amazon. So nothing super, but I think they turned out pretty good. And I love the glitter. It's nice for fall. They're growing out a little bit, but it's not, it's not too intense. I tried the Pike vest pattern. Okay, that's cool. Let's check this out. Wardrobe by me. Okay, Pike vest pattern. That sounds pretty cool. And I've noticed vests are coming back. Like just wearing a vest with nothing underneath it as like a top. That seems to be very trendy these days. I don't know if I could pull it off. But a lot of people are just wearing like vests as a shirt, which is kind of interesting. Okay, yeah, this one doesn't look too... Is this like a unisex kind of pattern? This one doesn't look too bad. As far as like difficulty goes. Okay. So this one is, okay. How much is this? This is $14. So yeah, you're right. I could, now that I've got the Ditto, I think they do have a feature now where you can project PDF patterns. Okay, so Yeah, this looks like it's kind of a unisex thing, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let's see the women's PDFs. Okay. Okay, oh, here's another. Okay, this is like the ladies one. Actually, some of these look, if this has a sew along, I might be interested. All right, this is the Pika vest. Yeah, I don't know if I could pull off wearing a vest as a shirt just by itself, but I've seen a lot of people do it. Yeah, like this is very trendy. I just don't think it would work for me personally. But I've seen a lot of people doing that. But you know what? Imagine you making this vest pattern in a fun fabric. That would be sort of cool, you know? This is a semi-fitted vest. It's got prints. This actually is really cute. Yeah, I've seen people wearing vests as a shirt, and I just don't know. Okay, I just don't know if I could, like, rock it, you know what I mean? Okay, oh, this one's, okay, it's lined, so that's cool. It's very cute. I don't wear a lot of vests. Yeah, and I don't think I would wear, I personally don't really see myself wearing it as a top. But, like, it looks cool on other people. It's just not really my type of, like, I would wear it more like this with a shirt, with a collared shirt underneath. But yeah, you could make it in a really fun fabric. It might be pretty cool there. Interfacing to add structure. Man, I've got some fabrics that this would look really nice in too. Yeah, I've got some cool, like twill fabrics or like, some like chenille, or like kind of a tweedy fabric would look really good. The other thing I have to keep in mind is I live in Florida, so again, I don't really have the need for warm clothing, like clothing to keep you warm. So I don't know. Okay, itch to stitch. Okay, I've not heard of that one. All right, at least I have to be in the mood to sew garments. If I force it, it seems like, yeah, I feel you on that. I can definitely relate to that. Yeah, that vest pattern's pretty nice. So they have like the pike vest for men and then the Pika vest for more for the ladies, I guess. I do like that the ladies one was a little more fitted and like a little bit less boxy. I did kind of like that for the vest. Yeah, I think that's, and you know what you could also do? You could use an embroidery machine and you could monogram. You could put a monogram on it before you sew it together. That could be kind of cool. You could do a pocket. Yeah, Denise, that's a good point. It's the trick of sewing for your real lifestyle and not the life you wish you had. I feel compelled to sew a button down, but I hate wearing button downs. Too constricting. Yeah, like, and I see that a lot. I see all these people on social media sewing things like dresses or ball gowns, and I'm like it looks cool for photos, but I just don't see, I'm more into practical sewing than sewing like for an occasion that I'm never going to have. Like, I don't wear dresses. I don't need to wear dresses a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you made the ladies one. Okay, cool. Someone made a pattern for those jersey to jackets. Okay. Okay, wear the vest with a t-shirt underneath, kind of 90s style. Yeah, very much like the show Friends or something. Can't remember when that was. Yeah, like, I feel like that's something that Rachel would wear on Friends, is the t-shirt and then a vest. That's a good point. Yeah, it's true. I could do that. Yeah, maybe, yeah, the vest pattern actually did look pretty cool. And it doesn't look super difficult either. And you could, like, kind of try to make it fitted to you. So that's pretty cool. Okay, it looks like they also have a YouTube channel. Oh, they've got an okay, their underwear pattern looks kind of, you know, I actually do need some underwear. I actually do need some of that. So maybe I could, that actually might be, okay, this actually looks kind of, now this is very practical. I like hipsters. All right. This looks pretty practical. Now, I would definitely put a more substantial waistband on it. Like something to kind of hold it up. That actually looks pretty, now that's a pretty practical item. Now that looks like, that's actually something you really do need. Do they have, okay, do they have, like, bralettes? Okay, so they've got other stuff. They've got a tank top, a muscle tank, or is like bias tape or something. Might be something like that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, it's got binding on it. Horizontal stretch jerseys. This is probably with, probably I mean, I imagine this one uses zigzag stitching, or you could use like a cover stitch. Okay, this website, see, I like that they have some more practical items. Okay, yeah, like this is stuff that you could actually wear in real life. Okay, actually this looks pretty cool. Camp shirt and sewing shorts. This is very like lounge around the house kind of stuff. Like that's stuff I would actually wear. And those shorts look pretty practical. Okay. Let's take a look at their YouTube channel. This one looks pretty promising actually. Alright, let's see. Did they have a YouTube? Do they have a link to their YouTube channel? Okay, here we go. Yeah, if they've got sew-alongs, that would be pretty... I think that would be helpful, I guess. Okay, oh, they've got a bucket hat pattern. That's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, that looks... their channel looks pretty helpful. Okay, we can work with this. Alright, I like that they have step-by... Hopefully the video quality is decent. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. And I like that the items are, like, not, you know, super... Like, they're practical items. That is kind of nice. And I've been looking for a better underwear. Like, I've sewn underwear before, but I would like to try to maybe hunt for a better pattern. Maybe try to do that. Okay. This dress is really cute. And again, yeah, now, like, I could... The half-zipper sweater would be more up my alley, too. Something like that. Let's see this one. Okay, we're going to take a look at this guy. Skip to the end. What's going on here? Okay, it's like blank. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, well, hey, thanks for the recommendation. I've never heard of this company before. But some of the items are, you know, kind of up my alley. Double gauze. Sure, I actually have some double gauze. I like the half... I don't really need a half zipper sweater, but I like that pattern. Yeah, this looks pretty promising there. Alright, yeah, let's see here. I just lost... a bunch of vintage patterns. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. In a house flood. Thank goodness I have pattern drafting training. My suggestion is to take a drafting class to avoid costly pattern purchases. That's a good point. Good point, yeah, if you can. Love Notion is good. I've never heard of that one. And it has $5 Friday patterns. Let's check it out. Love Notions. And there's always new indie pattern companies popping up. Sometimes it can be hard to vet them, because you don't really know about the quality. So sometimes it can be kind of tough, you know? Okay. This is Love Notions. Okay. Use your jersey scraps for undies. What will hurt is if you don't like them, and it would be a quick sew. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I need to try to do some more undies. But I want to try to find, like, some better elastic for them. To try to... Because I've tried using that, like, that plush elastic. And it just kind of, like, it would sort of, like... How can I say this? It would, like, fold over. So it would, like... I don't know. I just didn't like... the fit. I didn't like how, like, it would ride up, or like it would, you know, fold. I don't know. It just didn't stay on my body very well. So I wasn't really a fan of that. But yeah, I need to try to do some more undies. So that's a good suggestion. Sorry, I keep bringing this one comment up a lot. A lot. All right, so I don't know if y'all heard. This is like not. This is like This is kind of. I can barely tie this to the sewing and crafts world, but I kind of can. And it's something that I think a lot of us have heard about just from being online. There was a pretty well-known squirrel on social media named Peanut. And it's just super crazy. I heard about this on Friday, and we're going on day 3, and I'm still just very deeply upset about what happened to these people and to this family. So we're going to talk about this. And they do have an Etsy shop, so that's kind of how I'm tying this together to being in the sewing and crafts realm, is that this is crafts, I guess, but I'm just so... like, hearing about it, I was just so upset, and I can't shake being upset about this whole thing. So if you've not heard, let me bring this up here. So this squirrel, this was a rescue squirrel that this guy found several years ago. This squirrel was 7 years old, and he had been living with this couple, Mark and Daniela Longo. So they live in New York State, and they have a very popular, they have quite a few social media accounts, but Peanut the Squirrel has an Instagram account with now 644,000 followers. I think they've gotten quite, like, even yesterday, I think they had 500,000, so they've gotten a lot more over the past couple days. But this squirrel was like this squirrel was an internet celebrity, basically. And New York State barged into this couple's home, confiscated 2 of their animals that were basically pets, and killed them. And I couldn't believe it. You sometimes hear about authorities, they'll confiscate animals, or whatnot. And sometimes you do hear about animal control or whatnot euthanizing animals that turn out to be dangerous, or, you know, may have, like, attacked somebody. Like, sometimes you hear about that kind of thing. But this whole thing is just deeply upsetting, and I just can't stop thinking about it. And I do have some things to say about this, just as a fellow, you know, person in the social media realm. So yeah, if you've not heard, Peanut the Squirrel, beloved pet and internet sensation, euthanized after being seized by New York State. And I just can't get over what happened. So this is Peanut, and so two of the animals were taken. Peanut, the squirrel, and there was a raccoon named Fred that were living with the Longo family. And they're dead. They're dead now. They're dead. Peanut the Squirrel of internet fame has been euthanized. Yeah, you heard that right, euthanized. After the pet was seized by New York State earlier this week, according to the Department of Environmental Conservation. The 7-year-old gray rescue squirrel, commonly referred to as Peanut on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, was put to death along with Fred the raccoon so that the animals could be tested for the presence of rabies, according to a statement from the agency obtained by, this is a TV station, WETM. Peanut's guardian, Mark Longo, took to Instagram to memorialize his beloved pet in a video. Oh, and I think they got this wrong. I believe it's his wife, not girlfriend. Through tears, Longo said Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. I mean, this is baby Peanut. I just cannot get over what happened to these people. R.I.P. my best friend. Thank you for the best 7 years of my life. Thank you for bringing so much joy to us in the world. I'm sorry I failed you, but thank you for everything. Longo wrote in a caption to the post announcing Peanut's death. Longo also asked fans for financial help for a legal battle and for his nonprofit Peanut's Freedom Farm. The DEC claims that Peanut, who was notably docile and friendly over the course of his very public-facing life, bit one of the investigators on the hand while being confiscated from his Elmira home on Wednesday. Does this look like also, I have looked into this a little bit. There has never been a case of a squirrel transmitting rabies to a human. So them saying that they suspected they were testing this, they had to kill the squirrel to test for rabies. I'm going to say this is kind of bullshit. Because there's never, apparently squirrels are very low transmitters of rabies. And there has never been one documented case of a squirrel giving rabies to a person. So I just have a hard time buying this from the DEC. Yeah, in addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. So, yeah, what did the raccoon do? The animals are being tested for rabies, and anyone who's been in contact with these animals is strongly encouraged to consult their physician. The DEC statement read according to WETM. Peanut was rescued by guardian Mark Longo after the Connecticut native witnessed Peanut's mother hit by a car. The resilient and adorable Peanut inspired Longo to move to upstate New York last year and found Peanut's Freedom Farm, an animal sanctuary and rescue. So I just want to make this clear. These people are legally operating an animal sanctuary and rescue operation. So it looks like they live kind of out in the country and they have a lot of land. So it's not like they're living in like an apartment in New York City or something. This is just so crazy. On Wednesday, Peanut and Fred the raccoon were seized by the Department of Environmental Conservation after multiple anonymous complaints about wild animals living in the Longo house. Well, Internet, you won, Longo wrote in a caption after the animals were seized. You took one of the most amazing animals away from me because of your selfishness. To the group of people who called DEC, there's a special place in hell for you, Longo added. In a statement to the Post on Wednesday, the DEC said that they were responding to complaints of a rabies vector species that was in the home, namely Fred the raccoon. I just can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this happened. So TMZ interviewed Mark and Daniela. And I'm just shocked. Like, I just have no words. I have no words. And I've just, like, ever since here, I've just been crying off and on. Like, I don't think these animals needed to die. This just seems so senseless. All right, so DMZ interviewed them. The owners of Peanut the Squirrel are still in an emotional whirlwind after their beloved social media star was seized and euthanized by authorities in New York, and now they're readying to fight back. Mark Longo and his wife, Daniela, tell us they are already in the process of legal action, but they cannot give too many more details at this point. But Mark Longo makes it crystal clear, Peanut did not die in vain. Their story went national after they accused the state of abusing power and wasting taxpayer funds to seize and kill Peanut, all because of some anonymous claims, which Mark Longo says were all total BS. Does this look like a danger? Who the F at the DEC? Do they have brain cells to rub together? Does this look like a danger to society? It's a squirrel. We're talking about a squirrel wearing a cowboy hat. And he eats waffles. He's been living with this guy for 7 years. He obviously does not have rabies. Let's just be clear here. Since that time, the couple has been inundated with messages on social media. People sharing their sorrow all over the news and their anger over the allegations. Mark tells us his heart is broken and also full of warmth over the outpouring of support from strangers all over the country, which he believes will help get the answers he is demanding of county and state officials. Mark previously told DMZ officials with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation showed up at his doorstep Wednesday with a search warrant signed by 4 state agencies and a judge. Peanut and one of the couple's pet raccoons were taken away. Both have since been euthanized. All right, let's be real. They were killed. They were killed as a result of rabies testing. Peanut happily lived with him for 7 years, spreading joy on the internet with funny and wholesome videos, becoming his best friend in the process, he told us. Mark makes it clear little Peanut will be avenged in this life or the next. I just don't know what to say. Like, I don't even know what to say. You know? Like, how... The fact that this agency... Also, he said in an interview... I've watched a few interviews with Mark just to see, like, what he was all about. I'd never heard of this Squirrel before. He said the raid lasted 5 hours. So... don't they have bigger fish? All right, don't they have bigger fish to fry, for one? And two, some judge actually signed off on a warrant for there were multiple agencies involved. Raid this couple's home for 5 hours. They showed pictures. They tore stuff apart. They destroyed things. They were in the house for 5 hours. For a squirrel and a raccoon. Like, why? Like, just why? And I just cannot get over the absurdity of this situation. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So let's take a look at this. Is Peanut the Squirrel's Instagram page. Okay, so okay, so when I first checked in, the Squirrel, it had like 500,000. So now they're up to 644,000. So this is what they took from us, guys. This is the danger that the New York State DEC decided this squirrel needed to die. He holds signs, he eats waffles. He clearly lives in a good home. I mean, what is the harm? Like, I just want to know, what is the harm in this situation? Here's Fred the raccoon that was also killed. He's eating out of a Dunkin' Donuts cup. He's obviously very friendly. I don't think he looks like he has rabies. Like, what? I just want to know, what was this agency conserving by killing these two animals? I mean, look at this. Like, I've been so deeply upset about this, and I'm not even sure why, but I'm super angry. Like, what? Who were these people hurting? I just don't even know what to say.
Hi, everyone.
This is them announcing what happened.
I don't know how I'm going to say this. I just want to say thank you to all of you.
All right, so the New York State DEC, they murdered these two innocent animals that were hurting no one. They devastated this couple. And for what? Like, what was the purpose of this? What was the purpose? I mean, it's a squirrel wearing a cowboy hat. Here's some other videos. And I'm going to get into some of the backstory into, like, why this might have happened. I mean, this is what multiple New York State agencies needed to ruin? Is this? Really? I'm just in disbelief that this could happen. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. So somebody made like a memorial, like a, I guess this is an AI memorial for them. I just don't even know what to say. And then here is on their Instagram, this is kind of how the squirrel, like, because I was like, how did this guy come to have a squirrel? So he used to, I guess, I don't know if he still does this, but he used to work in construction at the time. He saw a squirrel get hit by a car and he went to check on it. And the mother was dead. And then he found the baby that was Peanut with the mom when the mom had gotten hit and killed by a car. So I've watched some interviews with him, and he said that he tried to go to like he tried to find like some sort of rescue, you know, some sort of like rescue organization, but nobody would take the squirrel. So he's like, well, so at the time he took a week off of work to take care of this squirrel, the baby squirrel. So he nursed Peanut so that Peanut would not die. Because he tried to, this is the guy, it's not like he went out into the wild and grabbed a squirrel to exploit, because apparently, I don't know if this is true, but I'm hearing some rustlings that the person who apparently, one of the people who reported the Longo family to the state is someone that was claiming that the squirrel was being exploited. And I just want to be clear, I've watched enough interviews with this guy to know that was not the case. He happened to come across this squirrel that would have died without his intervention and care. He tried to go to some sort of organization and nobody would take the squirrel. So he decided to do it himself. He decided to take on that responsibility himself. So here's little Peanut as a baby. I mean, look at this. He was, he nursed the squirrel from a baby. How cute is this? And yeah, this is a guy, if you're saying he wanted to exploit the squirrel, this guy took a week off of work to nurse a baby squirrel. So, also, I've seen people criticize these people for saying like, oh, they didn't have a license, or, they should. So he tried, when Peanut was like 8 months old or something, he actually did release Peanut into the wild, but Peanut came back after being attacked and some of his tail was missing. So then they realized, Peanut really doesn't have what it takes to survive outside. So they decided to let Peanut live with him. So he this is not someone who just took a squirrel out of the woods to put on Instagram. He came across the squirrel. He tried to find a rescue organization. He couldn't find one that would take the squirrel. So he decided to do it himself. He tried to release the squirrel into the wild, but that didn't work out. So ever since then, the squirrel has been living with Mark. So yeah, he spent a day and a half in the wild, but found his way back to our door, battered with a chunk of his tail missing. So that's Peanut. So the squirrel has been living with this man and now his wife for 7 years. So now he's like an indoor squirrel. I mean, does this look like a dangerous squirrel that needs to be eliminated to you? It doesn't really to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. And yeah, like Fred the raccoon, like what did Fred do? And so a couple things that are coming out is that, so somebody, again, they run like a wildlife they run an animal sanctuary. So somebody actually dropped Fred the raccoon at their door to help him. And they said that they were planning to try to release Fred into the wild once he was rehabilitated. So I guess Fred had some maybe medical issues or something, but they were going to try to release Fred out into the wild once he was, able to. The other thing is that they had moved. So they were originally from Connecticut and then they moved to New York State. So they hadn't been in the state for, they'd been in the state not even that long. So I mean, if you want to say like, you know, yeah, you should have had a license or proper permitting, I think that's fine. But I also want to ask, like, why was it necessary to kill these animals? Like, seriously, why was it? Can you at least maybe give like, and he also said in one of the interviews that he was in the process of trying to get Peanut licensed as an educational animal. So, like, I guess in New York State does have a lot of rules about wildlife and animals and stuff. But you're not, I guess, typically you're not allowed to keep a squirrel permanently. You're supposed to, like, rehab them and send it back out in the wild. But he was trying to get Peanut, obviously, though, with Peanut's case, that wouldn't have been good because Peanut couldn't survive in the wild. But they were trying to get Peanut certified as an educational animal. So this is a guy, he was trying to do, like, it's not like he was flouting the law or really going out of his way not to have all of the paperwork and whatnot. But seriously, for the people saying like, oh, well, it's all his fault because he didn't have the proper permits or whatever, the state of New York killed these animals for really no reason. So you can say that maybe he could have done more to comply with the law, but what was the purpose of killing these animals? And I'm going to say this. I don't know if I buy the story about Peanut biting the official. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if I buy that. But I just can't. I just don't know what the purpose is of killing these animals that very clearly did not have rabies. They'd been living with this couple for long enough that it's pretty obvious that they didn't have rabies. I just don't. Yeah, I just don't even know what to say. But like, and why not quarantine the animals or give the Longos a chance? Why didn't they give them a chance? Like, I believe they pretty much killed the animals immediately after taking them. So it's not, it's not like they gave this guy any time to try to rectify the situation. Like, I want to ask, to the people that reported the Longo family for exploiting the squirrel, is the squirrel better off dead than being an Instagram star and living in a home that is loving and he's well cared for? Is it, like, what's the deal? Like, this is so nonsensical to me. I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. This just seems this seems like such a senseless thing to happen. And a lot of people are very, like, I can see I'm upset about it. But, like, I just don't know why. Is it better off for these animals to be dead? They weren't hurting. And it's not like they were taking these animals outside a lot. They were indoor animals. It just seems super strange to me. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just deeply upset by this whole situation. And it's like these people got caught in like bureaucracy that ended up with these two, and the squirrel was definitely their pet being killed. And then the rescue raccoon that they were rehabbing. So again, it's not like they went out in the wild and grabbed a raccoon. Somebody found the raccoon and brought it to them to rehabilitate, which they were trying to do. And they did have they are authorized to be like an animal sanctuary. So it's just, I just can't believe this happened. And like, was the right thing to, I don't think the right thing to do was just killing them, in what world is that like the good thing to do? And yeah, I don't even know if I believe their story. Like, these people sound kind of evil. Like, I'm just going to say it. The people who did this, and a 5-hour raid over like, what's not, it's not even a crime. It's like just a finable offense. a 5-hour raid over something that like don't they have better don't these people have better things to do? Like, really? I just don't know. Ugh. Yeah, so there has been a photo and a name of someone that is suspected of being like the person who turned them in. And if that, I don't know, that's not confirmed, but if it is that person, I gotta say, I think there are people out there that just want to ruin things for people. Like, if they see someone out there happy and doing well, they just want to ruin it for them. And it kind of seems like maybe that could be part of the motivation, if it's the person that people are speculating about. The other thing I think is that, so this couple they are on like an adult, they do like an adult site type of stuff. And I'm wondering if maybe people had a problem with that. I don't know. I don't really know why anyone should meddle in that, but it kind of, I don't know. Somebody didn't like these people and just wanted to like wreck their lives. And they did. And that's sort of the scary, like, they were anonymous complaints. And the person suspecting of calling the DEC and the authorities doesn't even live in New York State. They live in another state. So it's not like they were being affected or impacted in any way by what the Longos were doing on Instagram. It's just crazy. It's just super crazy, you know? So, I don't know. It's just super, super nuts, you know? Yeah, I know. It does seem strange, you know? Yeah, like, I've been hearing about this just made me so upset. I'm just so upset about it. And I don't even know these people. But it's super upsetting, you know? Yeah, I think somebody had a problem with them or didn't like what they were doing. But it's super, yeah, it's just super strange, you know? Well, let me show you their, they do have an animal, here's their page for the animal sanctuary. So they run, and again, all of this is linked in the description box if you want to check them out. The Peanuts Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary. So again, they are, like, they have all of the paperwork to legally operate as an animal sanctuary. So they have like a bunch of horses, they've got a bunch of different animals. Okay, yeah, they do have a skilled team of, this thing, they have a skilled, so it's not like they didn't provide healthcare. They have a skilled team of veterinarians and caregivers working on the animals. So, like, I just, even if there were some minor issues with the licensing, I just don't see the purpose of doing a 5-hour raid at their home, ripping their home apart, and then taking these 2 innocent animals and killing them. It just seems super, yeah, it just seems super crazy. Yeah, I would agree. There's a Karen in the squirrel and raccoon. Yeah. But, so here's the website. It seems like they have a land, you know, they have a land. These people were trying to do the right thing, you know. And I guess my thing is that there's so many people that aren't doing the right thing or even attempting to do the right thing. Like, and then New York State decides to make an example of these people who are trying to do good things in the world and help all the animals. So I don't know, it's just super, this is just crazy. This is just super crazy. Yeah, like, I just don't, like, why? Like, there's so many other issues that these agencies could be focusing on, but they decide to barge into a private home of a couple with a social media following, take 2 of the animals, and kill them. Like, even if maybe they didn't have the proper paperwork, why not, instead of taking the animals and killing them, why not try to help them, try to give these people a little bit of grace and try to help them get the proper paperwork instead of killing these animals. And if this agent was bitten by the squirrel, which I kind of have some doubts on, that would not have happened if they had not raided the home and then seized these animals. Like, that never would have happened. But I don't know. I feel like this agency is trying to find any excuse for their actions, and it seems like BS. It just seems like BS to me. I don't buy it. I think it's, I don't know. And everyone's very upset about it. So, I don't know. I've seen a lot of outrage over it. I did go ahead, and this is also linked in the description box. I went ahead and I purchased, they have some peanut candles on their Etsy shop. And I went ahead and ordered a couple. So I will unbox them when they come. And this benefits the Peanut Freedom Farms. I'm an Etsy affiliate, by the way. So that is an affiliate link. But I purchased these little peanut candles. And the proceeds go to their Peanut Freedom Farm. And that's the whole thing. They killed Peanut. That was the center of their whole non-profit, like, he was like the star of their, non-profit animal sanctuary. It's just crazy. So if you go on Etsy, and again, this is linked in the description box, you can get a peanut candle. So I went ahead and ordered 2. It's super cute. It looks like it's kind of a small candle, but looks like peanut. This is just hard. This is a heartbreaking situation, but I don't know. I just think it could have, I just feel like this could have been avoided, and this just didn't need to happen, in my opinion. So, I don't know. So this is their Etsy shop, and they sell a bunch of stuff. So if you want, they sell a lot of different candles and bath and body products. They have a lot of really cool looking goat milk soap and other kinds of stuff. So check out the Etsy shop. Purchasing from their Etsy shop supports the Peanut Freedom Farm. You can also donate to them directly. They have a few fundraisers going on Instagram, and they've got a GoFundMe. I'm just, like, heartbroken for these people. It's just super crazy. Oh, and by the way, I did not know this because I didn't realize this, but apparently back in, like, the 1800s and the 1900s, squirrels were very common pets here in the United States. So I didn't know that. Like, apparently squirrels were pets for a very long time. So it's not like there's no history of people having squirrels. One. Also, like, half of the states here in America, you don't have, so New York is just very strict with the rules, but a lot of other states, like here in Florida, I just was looking last night to see, like, what the rules were, and here in Florida, you can have a squirrel, no problem. So if I wanted to grab a squirrel, I could. I don't, but you can, like, in Florida, you can have, like, a prairie, because I've seen there's a prairie dog in Florida that has an Instagram account and, like, a YouTube. But in Florida, without any sort of permitting, you can have, like, a prairie dog, a squirrel. You can have, like, chipmunks. You do need licensing for other types of animals, but yeah, just the thing, like, in New York just seems super crazy with the rules, in my opinion. Because in, like, half the states here in the U.S., again, this guy would have no problem. So maybe they should go to Florida. I don't know. But Florida, I guess, is a little bit more, a little bit more relaxed with that kind of thing. But yeah, like, it's just super, super crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I feel for these people, and I'm really, like, this is just, like, imagine, like, say you have I know people are, like, I've seen people say, like, oh, well, they should have had a permit or whatever. Here's the thing. Maybe they should have. And maybe they, I totally get that. But did New York State need to kill these two animals? That's what I want to know. And did they need to have all of these agents raid their home for 5 hours, destroy? Like, this is like this is like an FBI raid for, like, a drug dealer or something. It's just super nuts. And that just seems so over the top and just like, this whole situation seemed totally unnecessary. And I just don't know, like, why did this like, I just want to know, why did this, couldn't they have contact? And also, they never contacted the guy before and said, like, hey, we're having some problem, So they did this for anonymous, like, not even really legitimized complaints, but anonymous complaints. Probably from just people who didn't like them online. And it led to these two animals being killed. So this is just so nuts. I just can't believe this really happened. But, like, couldn't they have contacted this guy and said, hey, we've gotten some complaints. Work with the guy instead of just raiding his home for 5 hours, destroying a bunch of his stuff, and then taking these two animals away from, like, the only home they've ever known, and then just killing them. I'm like, really? Like, you can say, like, hey, maybe he should have had the permit. I think that's fair, but I also think that the response to that just seems totally crazy to me. I don't know. So that's what's going on with Peanut the squirrel. It's just such a crazy situation. I do hope they get, literally, they don't even raid your home. Like, there are actual criminals out there that they could have been taken down, or people doing much worse things than people with an Instagram account where they've got a squirrel in a cowboy hat eating freaking waffles. Like, I feel like that's a sign that maybe that's gone a little too far. I don't know. So, just my opinion, but I'm gonna be paying attention to see what goes on with the Longo family and with, it's just crazy. But yeah, if you want to support their Etsy shop, you can get, it's linked in the description box. It's Peanuts Freedom Farm, and they sell all kinds of different candles, bath and body products, lots of stuff. And, like, I will say, the soaps look really cool. Like, they got different scents. They've got lotions. They've got lip balms. So, check it out. Maybe good for holidays, or, maybe just a little treat for yourself. But I'm just in disbelief. And I do think there's some element of somebody out there that just couldn't stand for people being, like, happy and successful and having a large social media following. It kind of seems like somebody just wanted to, like, F up their lives. That's kind of, and there are people out there that are resentful of anybody has a social media following and seems to be doing well. And that, to me, it kind of seems like there might have been an element of that. But the fact, I just can't believe that this New York State would just be like, anonymous complaints? All right, we're going to storm your house. We're going to destroy all your stuff. We're going to kill two animals, and, that's the end of the day, It's just, this is insane. This is insane. And if you think this is okay, I want to ask you, and I have actually known someone, years ago, there was somebody we knew here in Florida, and she was arrested for having expired dog tags. She was arrested at her workplace, like put in handcuffs and everything, mugshot and everything, for having an expired registration for her dog. I'm not joking. Like, that to me is like a bridge too far. But, like, and I want to ask, like, say you are supposed to have a permit for something and you forget to renew it or whatever, or maybe you missed some paperwork. Do you think an appropriate response should be state agents raiding your home for 5 hours and then murdering 2 of your pets? Is that an appropriate, like, is that an appropriate way to deal with the situation? I like, it's just insane. Yeah. I saw that too. And I did notice, if this is that person, it seemed like maybe, so I did see the person who's being floated around, it seems like they're pretty religious. And just a theory, this couple does have like an OnlyFans. I'm wondering if maybe this person did not like that. I don't know. Also, they didn't really have the person who was suspected did not have much of a social media following. So maybe they were kind of like resentful and envious. I don't know. There are people out there that are like that. So that's kind of what I don't know. We're going to find out more, I guess. You know, there's got to be more to this, but it's just, you know, like, I can acknowledge that maybe there's some things that the Longos could have done better, but I will absolutely not agree that the appropriate response is what happened, because you will never get me to the point where I will say, yeah, that should have happened, or that's an appropriate response. And like, you know, it's like, I just want to know, where is the common sense in all of this? Because it was clearly lacking on the part of these New York state agencies. Like, they see no nuance. It's like all black and white. There's absolutely no, you know, like, we've lost the plot here, guys. We have lost the plot if something like this happens. And I do think this might have been a wake-up call for a lot of us. We're like, wow, that's kind of messed up. Like, what is going on here? And I think it's okay to ask questions. Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of my sense too, is that's why I can see people doing that kind of thing. Is that maybe they are, yeah. Because this squirrel has a very large social media following. I also noticed the profile for the person that is being suspected of, again, we don't know if this is the person, but they have a lot of they had a lot of religious stuff on their profile. And I'm thinking maybe they had a problem with this couple doing OnlyFans or something. I don't know. It's just super crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is just nuts. Again, even if maybe this couple messed up some stuff with the permits or whatever, this Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel, they were hurting no one. They were literally hurting no one. And the common sense for, you know, there's no common sense or like critical thinking. Like, you know, this is, you know, I don't know. I think some people with this agency, the DEC, need to get fired for sure. It's just super crazy, you know. So that's been like really racking my brain for the last 3 days. Yeah. That's what I want to know. How can a busybody anonymously cause the authorities to come in and do such a thing? Got to be more to story. Yeah, I don't know. But I've been watching quite a few interviews with Mark Longo, and the idea that he was exploiting the squirrel is ridiculous. This guy he truly loved Peanut the squirrel. Like, that was very, very obvious in all of the content I've seen and all of the interviews. The squirrel had his own room. He had like completely changed his life to, he had basically devoted his life to Peanut the squirrel. and really changed his entire world to cater to the squirrel's needs and make the squirrel happy. So the idea that Mark Longo was just trying to exploit Peanut the squirrel is just stupid. It's just really stupid, you know? Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we'll find out more. I'll try to update you guys next week as we learn more. But I mean, this couple is just they were just devastated. And that's the thing. They were trying to do. It's not like they were willingly trying not to do the right thing. Like, that's just nuts, you know. I'm in Texas, and squirrels. And that's the thing. Like, if having a pet squirrel is legal in many states in the United States, like, what were they really hurting by? You know, that would just tell me that New York just has draconian rules, in my opinion, with all the animal stuff. You know. I'm in Texas, and squirrels are everywhere, and they're fun to watch. There used to be a white squirrel in our neighborhood. Now German Shepherd will jump over a 6-foot fence for a squirrel, but it's nature. Yeah, I'll try to keep you guys posted. I've been following it pretty closely because I'm like, this is crazy. But even if the guy did have, like, some permitting problems, please tell me how an appropriate response is to have multiple agencies and a warrant. A judge actually signed off on this warrant. Conduct a oh, and by the way, they did not have their body cameras on. Convenient. Conduct a 5-hour raid on this guy's private residence to physically take a squirrel and a raccoon from a loving, caring home and then kill them. How is that an appropriate response to the guy maybe not having the paperwork? I just want to know how that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like, this is just not, like, this is a bridge too far for a lot of people, I think. And you got to start to wonder, like, what are these agents, like, don't they have anything better to do? Like, there are some real problems that they could be addressing. Like, what was this agency conserving by, you know, are these animals, I want to ask, were Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel better off living a happy, comfortable, loving life with the Longos? Or are they better off being killed? I don't know. Just some questions to ask. I just gotta ask, you know. This whole situation is crazy. I'll only bring this up one more time. This is the Peanuts Freedom Farm Etsy shop. And it's linked in the description box. And you can get your own peanut candle if you'd like to show support to this, to Peanuts humans. I'm heartbroken over this. This is crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. They lived out in the country. They had a bunch of land. They have, like, tons of animals. And yet the state is, yeah, I don't know. So, R.I.P. Peanut. It's just this is just insane. This is insane. You know. So, I've seen people talk about the rabies issue, but from what I understand, like, Fred and Peanut have been living with them for, like, Fred for several months, Peanut for 7 years. If they had rabies, they would have exhibited signs of it. It's just, like, the rabies thing to me seems like a cop-out. It seems like a very flimsy excuse to think that it's believable that these two animals had rabies. So, killing them just seemed totally unnecessary. I don't know. All right, watch all the agencies closer than ever, especially the ones that are supposed to serve it. I got some questions. Yeah, I'm glad I don't live in New York State. That's for sure. Like, are they going to come in and confiscate my rabbit? You know, this is like, and that's what I want to also talk about with the social media stuff is that if you put yourself out there publicly, like I do with this show, you do need to be cautious because there are people out there there are people that will try to find a problem with anything you do to, like, tell on you. And I think that's just insane. I think these people have some deep psychological issues, but there are people out there that exist to make other people miserable. Like, they're miserable people. They're not happy. And their whole goal is to just make everyone else as miserable as them. they can't stand to see other people happy or doing their thing, living their life. And there are people that will, like, they'll watch, and I actually tend to block these people. There are people that, like, the comment's not constructive, and it's just, these are people that go out of their way to try to find a problem with anything. And I don't want those types of people quite frankly, in my community, but those are the types of people that will call and rat you out to government agencies. So yeah, that's just sort of, that's kind of like, that's the thing, like, and I followed some other animal channels, and you see comments like that all over. It's like, instead of, maybe just moving on, if, there are people, they've got to nitpick and find something that they can criticize about anything. And that's probably the kind of person, excuse me, that called and ratted these people out. It's just, like, how is a squirrel being exploited because it's on Instagram eating waffles and wearing cowboy hats? Like, that's just, like, would you rather the squirrel be dead? Because that's what happened. That's what happened, There's so many other exactly. There's so many other major, like, there are some very real issues. I think a squirrel on Instagram, having fun is really just not really the hill to die on. I don't know. Exactly. There's more major problems that the state should be more, exactly. Like, why are they so concerned about, a squirrel and a raccoon on Instagram? And then they killed them. That's the crazy thing. There should be technologies now for rabies that does not kill the fur kids. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. If they had not conducted that crazy overkill raid on this family, the agent wouldn't have gotten bit because they wouldn't have done that. And I'm personally having a hard time believing that story. I'm just going to be real. I just have a hard time believing that. This is what is getting me is the anonymous tip. Like, they're going to go off rando anonymous tips to get a warrant and conduct a 5-hour raid at a private home to get a squirrel and a raccoon. A squirrel and a raccoon. I don't know. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have a moment of silence. Quick moment of silence here for Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel. These guys shouldn't have. They should be alive. They should be alive. So, moment of silence here for these just innocent little creatures that should still be alive. R.I.P. Fred and Peanut. This is just insanity. Insanity. Lisa, makes me think I could be next. Yeah, it's like, okay, if you don't have current dog tags, are they going to come and confiscate your dog? Like, this is just super, and again, I mentioned earlier, I know someone that was actually arrested for having expired dog tags. And you want to know what the dog was? It was an English bulldog. It was like one of those, high-end dog. It was an English bulldog. Yeah, there are some crazy people. People have been swatted on live streams for anonymous tips from across the country, so I can't say. There are just really shitty people out there who just want to, like, F things. They just want to F things up, They just can't stand anybody living their lives. And that's what's so, like, crazy about this whole thing. But yeah, this has gotten a lot of people fired up, rightfully so. And I've just been, like, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's been 3 days, and I've just had a really hard time not thinking about what happened to these people. It's just, it's it's absolutely devastating. It's heartbreaking. And I don't think this was such an avoidable situation. It's just crazy. It's just super crazy. Well, guys, but I would encourage you, check out the Peanuts Freedom Farm, follow them online, links in the description box, and check out their Etsy shop. Get yourself a little like peanut can. Maybe I'll have like, and I will when I get this, we'll unbox this on a stream. My peanut candle. Yeah, I do think these, I do think these are probably kind of small candles. I don't think they're going to be super big. But such a cute, I mean, he was so cute. Like they had to kill two cute, very friendly, you know, non-aggressive little creatures. All because of some anonymous complaints. And not literally, seriously, screw these people. Whoever did this, oh man. Whoever did this is a really shitty person. Let's just be real. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what else to say. But I think this could have been easily avoidable, and this should not have happened. This just should not have happened. So, I'm sorry to close things out in kind of a downer, but yeah, it's just crazy. We'll do an update next week if there'll probably be some updates. Yeah, it's just super sad, you know, and all this squirrel did was provide joy and happiness to all of the people who followed him on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere. And, you know, this is like, it's like the whole saying, like, we just can't have nice things. Somebody's got to ruin everything, you know, and that's a shame. So anyways, guys, all right, I'm going to sign off pretty quickly real soon. But again, if you want to support Sewing Report Live and the Sewing Report, you can check out the Etsy shop, sewingreport.etsy.com, for all of your fabric and sewing supplies needs. We've got lots of fabric in the shop right now. Currently, you can get free shipping with $35 or more orders and an additional 10% off of your entire order with purchases of $60 or more. But yeah, lots of stuff in here. Got some new stuff. We've got sewing labels, fabric bundles, fabric by the yard, sewing notions, lots of stuff. And this helps power the show and the main Sewing Report channel. I appreciate everybody watching. I know, yeah, that Peanut the Squirrel story was definitely, you know, a real downer. So I apologize for that. But yeah, it's just been on my mind, and I just can't stop thinking about what happened to these people. It's just super, I mean, it's just, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is just crazy. But I hope everyone has a great week ahead. Happy sewing. We'll turn the music back on. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great week ahead. I know it's going to be kind of a crazy week, if you get my drift here. But thank everyone. And on your way out, if you enjoyed this show, leave a like on the way out. Subscribe if you'd like to participate. And if you have any you can also ask questions. You can leave comments, anything like that. Like and subscribe to Sewing Report Live. All right, guys, I will see everyone next week. Same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go over the latest in the sewing and crafts world. I'm Jen with the Sewing Report, and I hope everyone has a great week ahead.